Just about time for some American football in front of this fired-up crowd here at London's Wembley Stadium. Tonight's a pair of NFC foes squaring off. It's the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. We're playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And we are underway in London. We'll begin his return from the 11. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
What's cool about Jordan's story, too, Kate, is he's officially moved beyond the story of how his career began, of sitting and waiting for his opportunity to shine. Now we just get to celebrate all these shining moments, showing off the talent that he's got.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Now Love on the play fake. This is Reed working the right side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Getting 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Tight end in motion left. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Jacobs gets it on the draw. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win the ball games. What a nice gain by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Love now on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
On 2nd down, Jacobs ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. Throw here, 3rd down. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them. Yep. The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. They'll be led out by the Louisville products. I know those folks are excited for him, as are the folks from Texas Tech and Oregon. Here's Tyler Shough.
What a story this guy already has to tell, Kate. 7 years at college, 42 starts, 3 different schools, and a multitude of injuries. But I'll tell you this, a lot of NFL teams were intrigued by his talent because he could run, he could throw, and when healthy, he could be a difference maker.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
We've set it down from the 37. Shough with a quick toss out wide. This gets down to about the 36-yard line. Rashawn Gary with that tackle.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shough now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They'll run another option to the right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
For the extra point, here's Smith. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. Emmanuel Wilson to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. On the option, it's Jacobs. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. First down from the 42. Love now throw. Reed's got it. And they make the stop, I'm going to say about the 37-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Love. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Here's Jacobs again on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. Pressure coming from the right edge, and they block it! They can advance it now, picked up inside the 30.
This block right here, it's a product of preparation, effort, and determination. They attacked the soft spot in the line, and one of them was able to will his way through and get to the kick in time. Well done.
This New Orleans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. They've gotten off to the exact start they wanted, Brock, and now an early chance to pull away and get some distance on their opponents. They've got 1st down here from the 36. Shot working from the gun. It's made by Alvin Kamara. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Well, you love when you can go from 1st down to 1st down, Brock. It makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. It's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
And he's got a decent game before being brought down.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And they'll start some work to do now on third down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Buys time, rolling right. And Shuck's going to have him in first down as he slides in safely.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Kamara has the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints pull that in front further, 13-zip. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
For the extra point, here's Smith. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Saints drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Wilson with a return here. That's a good look on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Packers all set to get back out there. This will be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. First down now, ball at the 33. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he'll stay upright through this lane, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Love from the gun. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. So they'll get to scheme about this 3rd down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of 1. Our score, 14-0. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll begin the quarter with 3rd and 2. Has his man. It stops. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
It's
good for a couple of yards, and it'll give the Packers the first.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Jacobs running behind center. A nice choice there to send this outside. It gets about 6 yards on the carry. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Now Watson. A solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
Thrown on first down, Love. Short pass caught by his tight end. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Love. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
First down throw, here's Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's 2nd down coming up.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Love. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
On the sneak, it's Love. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
First down, Green Bay.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra, block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Shotgun now for Love. Cut near the goal line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Jacobs punches it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers start to fight back for their first points of this game. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Packers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. He dodged the tackle. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
First down now, ball at the 33. They'll start this series with an option left. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Brought down by Quay Walker.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Motioning him from the slot right. Shock looking to pass here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3-and-out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
3rd down, here's Shock. It is caught left side. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
This kick is away, but it is short and straight up into the air. This one is fair caught, but let's see what that flag's all about. This drive may not be done.
Defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the puncher gives him new life and this 1st down. On a keeper, here's Shock. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Kamara now on 1st and 10. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Give on 2nd to Kamara. Well, it looked like he was going to have that first, didn't it? But after the stop, they're going to be a little bit short at the 22.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
It's Kamara on 3rd down. What a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. Fourth down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. It's about 43 yards for it. Smith able to put it through. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Hand off to Jacobs to start the drive. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
It'll be 2nd and 7 on the other side. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from London right after this. They stick with Jacobs. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now a toss. This is Jacobs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Love out of the shotgun. Throws caught. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Jacobs takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 1-score game. to Josh Jacobs, touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Packers cut it to a field goal game.
Packers 14.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting at the 10. Jukes away from one. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Saints are going to take over now near the end of the half. Holding just a field goal lead. Probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. Finds a man underneath, it's Kamara. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hanson with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott, and hope you are really today enjoying that dry studio as the rain continues to fall here in our second half. Two quarters to go from London Town, and here we go in our second half. Return starts at the 9. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The New Orleans offense ready to get to work to begin this third quarter. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
1st and 10 from the 32. Pistol snap here to Shuck. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. He's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. They've got a man in motion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Here's Shuck. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Third and long, they're going to throw. And once again, they can't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up fourth and long.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
So fourth down, and here comes Kai Kroger to punt for the Saints. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Handoff here to Jacobs. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Putting the tight end in motion. To the air with Love. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
5 men in the secondary for the Saints. Third down. Love looking to pass. That's caught for the first. It's a race down the right side. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grab the lead on their first series of the half. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level, because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
McManus on for the extra point. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Packers take a 4-point lead.
Saints 17.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Has it at the 11. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Saints come marching onto the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
On play action, here's Shuck. For right side, cut by Olave. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
15 yards.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
First down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Kamara running out of the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Chuck working from the gun. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Nickel look by the Packers on third down. Third and long for him here. He lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. Finds him deep down the sideline. And he takes it all the way down, close to the 15 before going out. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the depth. So the red challenge flag has hit the field. Matt LaFleur wants to see this again.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So Matt LaFleur's challenge unsuccessful, and that call stands. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. On the keeper, here's Shuck. That play good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Here's a give inside to Kamara. Oh man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up too.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Good moving try, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Putting a receiver in motion. Rattler now off the play action. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Got to get some protection up front here, Kate. He is already in the game because they knocked out the starter, and trust me, you don't want to get to the emergency quarterback.
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Smith able to put it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time that he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Love with it on first down. Throw left side to Watson. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. They go counter. It's Jacobs. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Love now, off the play action. Has it down close. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow the lead to 7. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
McManus on for the extra point. He hits it true, despite some issues with that snap. And the Packers grow their lead to 8.
Saints 20.
On now is McManus to kick this away. He'll begin his return from the 11. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Start things off with a run by Kamara. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Shotgun snap to Shough. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he goes, third and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Kai Kroger is going to kick this one away. And he got under this one, but it's going nowhere, almost straight up into the air. Fair catch is made, a yard or two short of midfield. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Watson gets it. Escapes the defender. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
All set to go now from the 35. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. They show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Going to run again with Jacobs. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on first down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
McManus on for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Packers lead by 15 now. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. On now is McManus to kick this away.
Kickoff for Green Bay.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Chuck now from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10 now, here's Shuck. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. About set. This is 3rd and 5. To throw, Shuck. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
2 yards. And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside,
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch. If you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Shuck's going to throw here. Screen here for Kamara. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. To the air on 3rd and long. and 10, first down.
For a Saints first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
10 more yards. That's another Saints first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. Not that they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run right through contact at times without even blinking, and that's how you get those big chunk yard runs.
It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now a point after to bring it back within one score. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the fourth.
Makes the score Packers 31, Saints 27.
That lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Wilson with a return here. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. New set of downs for him from the 31. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Man in motion here. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
A gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Love from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 43. Love out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Guys play straight ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
That's what I call a nice tendency buster right there. Works to the tune of a new set of downs. Really got some nice yardage, and it wouldn't be surprising to see that call used again in a similar spot.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Love using the legs here. He's able to manage a couple on that run.
Just a nice little reminder that this QB is more than a passer. They're going to call his number as a runner too, especially if these defenses don't account for it.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Jacobs running behind center. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Now air it out on 3rd. Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Packers first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. First down throw. Here's Love. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
The toss to the right. It's Jacobs. Running in the red zone. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're in the 1st and goal.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, it's certainly more exciting for all of us to watch too.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. He gets it again. And the run will not work. He is shoved to the line. This is going to be 4th and short. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
At the 2-yard line.
All right, get that popcorn ready. It's 4th and goal late. Needs the goal line. He takes it himself. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Jordan Love, the touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
McManus on for the extra point. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Packers lead by 15 now.
Saints 27.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here comes the Saints offense. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
Saints to the line now. First and 10. Back to throw. Shuck. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Saints trail by 15. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Running back motions right. Shuck working from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the first down play, forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push deep downfield. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Jacobs. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything into that carry. Stop for no gain. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They stick with Jacobs. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Third and long for him here. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. just sends it through. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
On now is McManus to kick this away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Here's shot. 1st and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Shuck to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete. But no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So this is a Packers win. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. But that'll do it for this one. With Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Packers are your winners as we say cheerio from London.